Simulated glider flying is absolutely incredible, and it's mind-blowing the degree to which it's fallen under the radar. Why are so few people aware of this incredible gaming activity? What exactly is it that makes it so compelling? And why is Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 so incredibly frustrating to use? That is what we're going to be addressing in this video on the Gamer Muscle YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing, so you can unsubscribe when you realise I've ruined your life by introducing you into gliders. Use a thermal to move your hand over the mouse and click the like button. And if you want to feel the force of the simulator, ridge lift yourself to our Moser force feedback joystick affiliate link in the description. Oh my god! And that's how you launch a glider. Despite simulated gliding being absolutely incredible, it does face some obvious challenges. The biggest of which is the challenge of Microsoft and their hobby of releasing software that has more bugs in it than your average termite mound. But even if we put aside technical issues, I think the core reason as to why gliding has never really taken off is the fact that it's not immediately obvious as to why it should be fun or what a glider pilot's actually doing. On the face of it, why would anybody want to aimlessly float around in the air waiting for the Earth itself to smash up into your rear end? Well, as aimless as it may look, it's actually very controlled, requiring awareness of the environment, balance and attention to detail, along with the constant pressure of the Earth just waiting to ram itself into your arse. At its core though, glider flying really is quite simple and elegant. The two fundamental ways in which a glider pilot keeps their glider in the air is through thermal lift and ridge lift. Thermal lift is created by warm air rising, be that above towns, be that a heated field, a heated coal mine, a Gamer Muscle live stream where a bold British guy talks a lot of rubbish. Anything producing warmth, the air will lift up, and above that air, often there'll be a beautiful cloud with a dark underbelly, indicating that that's a good pace to put your glider if you want to avoid the Earth. Ridge lift, on the other hand, is produced when wind blows against a hill, a mountain, or any kind of shapely part of the Earth, causing the air to move in an upward direction, allowing you in your glider to surf on that air and ride that ridge lift for as long as a strong enough wind is blowing on those ridges. You can think of glider flying a bit like fishing, but instead of hunting for fish, you're hunting for lift. Whilst in the air, travelling at a great rate of speed, with a substantially lower risk of drowning. In fact, it shares pretty much nothing in common with fishing, but it is very relaxing and incredibly stressful at the same time. So maybe like shark fishing during a typhoon. Now I can hear some murmuring from gamers and maybe some race car simulator fans.
It still seems pointless to me. I don't understand what the challenge is. Can I even race people? If I can't beat someone off, then I'm not interested. I just need to be beating people off all day long.
You'll be glad to know there is a significant challenge, both in trying to find that lift, but also trying to find that lift whilst trying to do a specific course. Be that a circular course or a long distance course that resembles that of an aviation rally track. And yes indeed, there is also racing in gliders, where you're trying to do those courses as quickly as possible, without the Earth driving itself into your ass. And whilst doing all that, you also get to take in some of the most spectacular graphics ever put into a video game. There really is nothing quite like seeing some of these real-world locations from the air in a vehicle that not only allows you to appreciate those locations due to it travelling at a low altitude and not a ridiculous rate of knots, but also because you are flying a glider where you have to pay attention to the terrain and the weather to fundamentally fly that glider, you then develop a much more intimate and connected relationship with the environments and the game world that you're flying through. Though, personally, I really just like trees and grass. Now, there are some key things to be aware of when it comes to Microsoft Flight Sim 24 and gliding in that simulator. The number one thing is that Microsoft, for some reason, have decided to make the best part of Microsoft Flight Simulator as hidden as possible. The default gliders in Flight Sim work, but they're really not very good. I've linked a free glider in this video description that should be a lot more enjoyable. Additionally, in all their wisdom, Microsoft does not have decent glider default weather presets, not even a couple. And even if you personally set weather to what should be quite good for real world gliding, you might struggle a bit to find those thermals. Again, we have a link in the description to glider weather presets that will make gliding a lot easier for you to get into. It beggars belief why Asobo do not have a dedicated section of the game where you can just click through and do some glider flights with decent weather in the multitude of incredible, mind-blowing glider locations around the world. In many ways, you could have ditched the entire career mode of Microsoft Flight Simulator and just had gliding in there, and it would have been a better experience for most players. But it is what it is, and it is simulation land, which means the user base has to do 99.9% of the work, whilst the developer seemingly bangs bricks against their head. In fairness, Asobo have done a hell of a lot of work, and Microsoft Flight Sim 24 is incredibly complicated. But Asobo, come on, make it easy for people to enjoy your game. Lastly, something to be really aware of is that some of the tow planes don't work in Flight Sim 24, so you might want to get a mod tow plane. And when doing winch launches that you can access by going into the plane configuration and choosing the launch method, you might find the winches configured back to front. Just pick another airport or a different part of the runway and that should fix that. Now, there's only so much that can be said in a short introductory video, but hopefully this video has piqued your interest and is making you reach for that deathly install of Microsoft Flight Sim 24. And though Flight Sim 24 truly is one of the worst pieces of software to interact with, gliders manage to make it all worthwhile, and there really is nothing else like this in all of video games. For this video, we were flying around the gorgeous Swiss lakes in Geneva. The aircraft used is the Gottfried's Discus 2C Premium, which is a fraudulent glider because it has a motor stuck in the front of it. I refuse to use that motor. And we have to give a big thanks to Jorg Ortner for helping setting up gliders and some Microsoft Flight Sim settings, as well as Sim Soaring Club YouTube channel, who puts out fantastic glider videos. Go and subscribe to them right this second. We will be doing more live streams and hopefully more glider videos. So subscribe, click the like button, and we'll see you when we're live. I think it's possible that gliding will explode in popularity in the next few years. Hold me to it and we'll check back in the future. Thanks for watching this, happy tea drinking, take care and goodbye.